what is going on and what is going to happen? Are we going to suddenly have a change in a federal party in Canada? We're going to have a boom. We're going to have a huge amount of money. We're going to have a huge amount of new homes. Everything's going to get more affordable. Are we suddenly going to feel richer? We're not going to be horrified when we go to the grocery store anymore. If I haven't met you yet, hi, my name is Ingrid Menninga and I'm a Toronto real estate agent. If you are expecting there's going to be some fantasy change in circumstances in the next few months in terms of your affordability, in terms of your situation, and in terms of the housing in the Toronto real estate market, I would say, sorry, that is very unlikely to happen. In November 2024, we had an unemployment rate of 8.1%. That is quite high. There are a lot of layoffs that are coming. We have a new carbon tax that's going to come into effect apparently in the spring of 2025. So those are big negative things. We also have a lot of rumblings from our neighbors in the US, how maybe they should make Canada the 51st state. So a lot of negative pressure. But what's the positive story here? And that's what I want to focus on today. The positive story is finally, we have reached some stability in the Toronto real estate market. We're not in a situation where who knows what your home is going to sell for, who knows how much you're going to get, or maybe you're going to be in a 2021 situation where it's like suddenly your house, your little house is worth $50,000 more than your neighbors sold their house for, and the next guy that sells after you sold it for $100,000 more than you did. Those days are gone, my friends, and we have finally reached a situation where things are actually quite stable in the real estate market in Toronto. So we have interest rates that have gone down, and that's great news for buyers. And the next mortgage announcement is January 29th. We may have another decrease. It's anticipated that we're going to have possibly, it's going to stay the same or might go down a little bit, and then it might start to go up in the fall of 2025. I don't have a crystal ball, so this is all just what I'm hearing from other people and what I'm seeing and looking at the past, what happened. Speaking of the past, I feel very grateful that I have a broker that has been in real estate for more than 30 years. And so he tells us what he's seen in the past, and he called a lot of the things very correctly. When we had those COVID payments, he said, guys, watch out. We are going to have crazy inflation, and then we're going to have strikes, and then we're going to have insane interest rates. Interest rates are going to be increased so quickly, they're going to try and kill the economy to cool inflation. And guess what? That is exactly what happened. So what my broker said is, it's very likely that we're in a situation where it's like 1970s, stagnation, like just stagnant. We're just going to have a stagnant situation. And I would say overall, this is actually good news about having such crazy ups and then, things falling, especially in the condo market quite quickly. We have about a 6-month inventory in condos right now in Toronto. So if you're a buyer, it's a good time to get into a condo if that's what you're looking for. I would express a word of caution though. Just make sure, because employment is high, we do see layoffs. Make sure that you do have stable employment in an industry that seems really solid. You do have a great down payment, you have backup savings, and you have an emergency fund. If you are a buyer, it's a great time to really negotiate and get what you want, and you can probably get it for less than you thought that you could get it. So that's great news. No one's giving anything away though. Let's put that out there, because that person that's selling that condo needs to buy a home or move out of the city or what they need to do. No one's giving away anything, so let's not expect that. And the other thing is, for home sellers, especially if you have a house in Toronto that you're selling, I would say congratulations. You have come out relatively unscathed. Yes, prices have gone down a bit, but not as much as condos. And you have seen such a wicked, amazing amount of appreciation, especially, I have lots of sellers. I have a listing right now, bought their home in the 90s for 300 something thousand. Now we're selling it and it's listed, north of 1.5. So that is a ton of money that you got to benefit from. So you're in a pretty good position. Now, the tricky thing for that is, where would you go? And that's the big question. And I think the theme for real estate in the future is creativity. what you see is not necessarily what you need to end up with. We are going to see people transforming homes into different scenarios, and I actually really look forward to that. I think that we have interest rates are going down. Families are starting to realize how they want to be together a bit more, as long as they get along, of course. And we're going to see some really interesting things. And I would say overall, you really need to be mindful of what do you want out of your life and your situation, and are you going to wait such a long time to live how you want to live because of the real estate market? And the reality is probably not. Say, for example, you really want to retire to the East Coast, or you've always dreamed of traveling the world. Are you going to hold on to your house hoping that prices are going to go up so that you can actually pursue your dreams? Nobody knows what tomorrow holds. So, and I really do think that we're probably in for at least several months, but possibly even several years of things staying how they are right now. Not huge ups, not huge downs. So if you were holding out for that, and then suddenly you find out, oh, finally the market's picking up, but you missed out all those years of living how you actually wanted to live. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about your future. Let me know in the comments, how are you feeling about the economy? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling bad? Are you feeling hopeful? Are you excited for the fresh breath of air that's suddenly come into the room, possibly a federal election, some changes? Do you think this is going to breed a whole bunch of innovation? Are we going to have new homes, a whole new supply? I'm not expecting any immediate changes, so just keep that in mind for your future planning and your real estate goals. I'm Ingrid Menninga. I hope this video finds you well, and I look forward to chatting with you in the future. I'll talk to you soon.